my channel. I thought today, as you can see by the title, we can do a little chit chat. And I know I have a lot of moms on here, expecting moms. I have some moms that already have babies. I thought I would do like a quick chit chat about my experience. I now have an 8-month old. Wow, I have an 8-month old. But I thought I would just go through my experience the last 8 months, um, while I just oil my hair with Aunt Jackie's. I won't lie, this is the only oil that I use. I use it on myself, I use it on my clients, I use it on my boyfriend. This is the only oil that I use. Anyway, into that video because this is not sponsored. As you guys already know, I have a beautiful little baby boy who is now 8 months, and I'm not gonna lie, it literally felt like it was just the other day he was pulled out of my body. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it felt like it was just the other day. When moms say that time goes by so fast, it's really not a lie. Like, it's not a lie. And the one thing I can say to moms to be, especially, or new moms, take as many photos and videos to capture the memories. Um, Obviously don't overdo it. Don't overdo it, but take as many pictures and videos, because you're going to look back on those pictures and videos and you're not even going to realize just how quickly they grow. Not even the time itself, but just how quickly they go. Like, he's 8 months now. AJ's 8 months now. And I look back to like pictures and videos from just a month ago, and I can see so much difference already. And it's crazy. Like, it really is crazy. They make so much developments. Like, you don't see it at the time, but they make so much developments within like a week, within 2 weeks, within 3 weeks. And when you actually look back, you're like, wow, he was really not doing that at that time, and then all of a sudden he was doing it. Oh my gosh! Like, for example, over Christmas, um, he wanted to be standing. I'm not gonna lie. Since he came out of the womb, he's been kicking. His legs have been so strong. But he's always wanted to be standing and like pushing off his legs and stuff. And that was Christmas. Like, we tried to hold him up, and obviously he was a bit weak. So you didn't force him. But I'm looking back at, like, we're in March now, so I'm looking back at like February, early February, and even then, he was already strong enough to like stand up and hold himself on me. And it's crazy how it was just a month. He got so big, his strength increased, and his like cognitive responses, he was able to like think through the process on how to like hold on and use his muscles and use his body, and it's a blessing. Anyway, let me just go from the beginning of my experience, because I'm like a quarter way through my hair already. um I'm actually gonna do a video about my hair too, so for the girls that are locked up, my sisters, for the girls that are locked up, I have a couple of videos coming for you, so don't worry. um so when I had my baby, he was premature. I think some of you do know, some of you don't know. He was premature, so he was in NICU for a while. But when he came out, he was so small. I'll try and like insert clips here and there. He was so small, but he was so smart. He was strong, and he didn't have any health issues. That's one thing I'm so grateful about. He didn't have any health issues. So the fact that he came out of NICU healthy, it was a really hard time. I'm not gonna lie, like, it was a really hard time. And one thing I'm gonna tell any moms that have premature babies, or their babies have to go into NICU, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna feel as if you're not doing enough, you didn't do enough. But one thing I can say to you that I had to learn was that you did all that you can do, especially first time moms, or just moms in general that it's their first experience being in NICU. You can only do so much, and I'm sure you did all that you can do. And you need all the strength that you can get, especially when your baby's in NICU, because you can be upset, you can be sad, but that is not going to help your child. You need to be strong, and yeah, you just need to be able to have a positive mindset, because if you're down and upset, your baby can feel it. Your baby can feel it. I'm telling you that now. Your baby can feel it. So they need that strong mom. You need to be able to hold it down for yourself and your baby, because that time is hard. But anyway, um, when I was with him in NICU, as I said, it was hard. I learned so much. I'm not gonna lie. I learned so much. The nurses helped me with so much. They taught me through, different steps. They made sure they gave me updates throughout the days, throughout the weeks he was there. And by the time he was out, I felt so prepared with how to look after him at home. I didn't have to go back and do checkups. I didn't have to because they give you the opportunity to actually stay a night with them before you take him home if you're not 100% confident. But I was so confident that I was like, no, like we're good. We're good. My mom can help me. Like she can support me if I need any additional help. Um, so yeah, I was like really I was I was just so excited. We were so excited. We were ecstatic. And I was like, no, yeah, you guys helped enough to the point where I know how much he's drinking. I know how his poo should look. I know how his diaper, how many diaper changes he needs to have, how wet his diaper should be to make sure that he's drinking enough. Like all of those things, I was able to pick up from them, and these are things that you will obviously know when you become a mum. But the fact that he was in NICU, I was able to pick up a bit quicker. So I'm very grateful, to be honest, that he was there. Um, but anyway, we're gonna fast forward um, about the hardest things I experienced in the last 8 months. So I think the hardest things would be doing being a mum, to be honest, by myself, because my partner is in the army, as majority of you know, or if you don't know, subscribe to my page and you will know a bit more. My partner is in the army, so sometimes he was either deployed on exercise, or he had to go away for some time for some period. Um, Depending on the shift, he might have a different shift. Might be doing all nights. There was a point in time where he did 2 weeks nights, and yo, it was stressful. I think AJ was 4 or 5 months. It was stressful. It was stressful because that's the time that he went through his sleep regression as well. Oh, babies are hard. It was hard. It was hard, but I think that's the hardest period um I went through. Anytime I was by myself, and I won't lie, I don't have a village up here. My family is in London. Um, his mum works about I think an hour from here, so she is able to come all the time. And I don't have a village out here, so it's literally me and him. And if it's not him, it's just me. And in the beginning, it was hard. Once again, in the beginning, it was hard. But I got to the point where I started to pick up on things. I got into my own rhythm, and I just found it to get easier and easier and easier. And I'm not the type of person to really ask for help like that. Like I took this out. Damn. Anyway, um, I would rather try and learn something myself before I, really need to ask for help. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's pride. I just feel like that's how I've grown up, to always try and figure things out myself, because I've always had to depend on myself. Um, so when I had to do things by myself with AJ, it was kind of my environment, but at the same time, this is a baby. Like I want that extra help, especially for my partner. But yeah, once I realized different things, and I got into the flow with different things, and um, I, found my way. I was like, yeah, like I'm good. I don't need help with a lot of stuff. Like I'm good. um, so yeah, those are the hardest parts for me. And I'm just saying, if you need a village, like if you're because everyone is not like me. I'm not gonna lie, people aren't like me. People need that extra help. Make sure you have a village because it's definitely needed, especially if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're not eating well, you're gonna need that extra time. You're gonna need that extra time. You're gonna need that extra assistance, definitely. So yeah, milestones. Oh my gosh. Once again, this is a hard one for me because AJ is preemie, so he's a couple months behind. So we were told that he wouldn't be hitting his milestones. For example, at 6 months, he might not be hitting the milestones an actual 6 month old would. He'll be slightly behind. Um, which we understood because obviously he came early. But that was hard for me because in my head I'm like, you're 6 months, you should be hitting this. And I think this is something all mums do and they don't realize they do it at some point. They will say, oh, like, look at that baby. And it's so hard for us not to compare because we obviously want the best for our babies. But it's like you second guess yourself and you're like, no, like my child is different. He is gonna or she is gonna reach that milestone when they're ready. So I had to really think about that and I'm like, he's already preemie, he's already small, he's gonna take his time and do stuff. I'm not gonna lie, he hit some milestones ahead of when he should have, which I was so happy about. But there were other milestones that he didn't hit on time. So I had to really be like, that's fine because some of them he's hit, some of them he hasn't hit, and that shouldn't be a problem at all. Um, yeah, so I was like, that shouldn't be a problem at all. Like he will take his time to get there. Um, and I think anytime he hits his milestones, I just want to celebrate it. I want to cry and I want to celebrate it because he is just, it's my miracle baby. He's literally my miracle baby, and I enjoyed it so much. So yeah, like milestones. One thing I have to say about that to moms: don't compare your baby to other babies. It's going to be hard, yes, especially when babies that are around the same age as yours. Don't compare, there we go. Don't compare your babies to others. All babies are different. They all do things in their own time. Some babies actually skip certain milestones. I've learned some babies skip certain milestones and go a step ahead. Um, to my knowledge, I thought they all had to hit it to be okay, but apparently some babies skip. So, for example, the rolling, oh my gosh, I was so nervous about the rolling because he did it one day and then he didn't do it again. I was like, oh my gosh, you rolled and now you don't want to roll. What's going on? Well, apparently some babies will do it and then they won't do it and then they might just skip it completely because he's sitting. He will sit by himself. He will sit and play. Like he will sit and chill by himself. Um, but when it comes to rolling, he doesn't want to do it sometimes. Like I might leave the room. I might leave the room and come back and he's roll somewhere else. So I don't know, it's weird, it's weird. But they might skip some milestones and just go ahead to another one, which I've been told is fine. It's okay as long as they are hitting their milestones and they're healthy and you know they look good to go, then yeah, it's all right. So don't worry too much about milestones, I will say. Um yeah. Right, what else? I want to chit chat about 8 months. So I started taking him to baby class because I wanted, some extra. I wanted to put him in class with different babies just to get him to socialize a bit more instead of him just always being with me. And then I also wanted to learn about different things I can do with him at home, like sensory activities and so on and so forth. And I honestly did learn. I did learn about activities that he loves. He loves bubbles and he loves LED lights. He loves the different lights, different shapes and stuff. Um, so I actually have a few of those at home to help him, like if he wants to sleep, because he usually uses those to sleep. So if he wants to sleep, I have toys that will help him, calm him, and just put him in that kind of peaceful mode, you know. I'm gonna split this. There we go. Yeah, and I've also learned about different activities just in general that can help him get to, once again, different milestones. So like activities we can do to help with their cognitive responsive, different activities we can do to help with his like cognitive, his like motor senses and things. And it's been really good. I actually have a video of him, which I believe is on my page. Go check it out. Of him just starting the class, and he, once again, he was not sitting. And 5 classes later, which is literally 5 weeks, he was sitting so strong and by himself, unaided. And those are just the little steps that they go through in the class that you can really see makes a difference. Um, my personal experience, because it's not about me, I really went for AJ. It's not about me. But I did want to at least like meet mums that were either around my area or around AJ's age to help him with like play dates and stuff. And I did meet a mom. I did meet a mom, but her baby was I believe he was 1, and he was walking around, he was running around. Um but she was a lovely lady. I was just really upset that her baby was older because she had to move classes. Um but yeah, I did meet one, but I think, if I'm being so honest, yeah, I'm gonna have to stop under my hair for this. If I'm being so honest, if you don't need to go to a baby class, don't go to a baby class. It's good for the babies, yes, but you can like research those things online, and they have a lot of programs, a lot of I think NHS websites where they give you this information as well, where you can do different um cognitive stuff, different sensory plays, all these different things you can find online, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. Yeah. This is just my opinion. You can go if you want to, but from my opinion, if you don't need to go to a baby class, don't go to a baby class. Because the mums that are there, if they already know mums from that class, they are very clicky. And I thought I was the only one that, experienced this. But I realized other moms have experienced it too, and it's a lot. I was like, wow, like that's really crazy, and it's actually kind of sad. Anyway, but that is my opinion, and take it how you want to. As I said, is my opinion. It's just my experience. I've also seen other moms go through it, and I think that's why I'm kind of like with going to any more classes with him, because does it make sense? Like he's good now. I know a lot now. I know a lot of different activities that I can do with him that can help him to continue his journey. So I genuinely don't find it necessary to go to them classes anymore. So yeah, that's my experience of classes. Um Once again, they are not all bad. The classes for AJ helped him. They genuinely helped him. And I'm so happy for, the class that I went to, Lala Baby. I'm very happy. Especially for my instructor. She was great. She was very interested in his growth. She took a lot of pictures for us. So yeah, I'm very happy that we went to the class for AJ. But for me, on the other side of like, mums and stuff, I don't know. I just didn't find it necessary. But I digress. Drink break. Right. Move on. Um. Okay. I'm trying to think what else I can talk to you guys about. Postpartum. Postpartum. That is gonna be a whole different video. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is gonna be a whole nother video, because we can talk about that for days. We can talk about that for days. um, we could talk about that for days. So you know what? I'm gonna put it in another video, but I want you guys to actually drop me some questions in the comments. You can actually send me a message, send me a question in my DMs on Instagram. So we're gonna pause for a social media break. Let me tie this hair back up so I don't look awkward. Make sure you are following me on Instagram and TikTok. Instagram Sean Silva with two A's at the end. TikTok Sean Silva. Make sure you're also subscribing so you are very aware when I post videos. Click that notification bell so you know, because I am going to be posting a lot more mum content. Make sure you are subscribing and once again commenting, because we're gonna have a lot of conversations like this, and I want us to, be close, be tight. You got it? You got it. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna skip that for now, and we're gonna talk about relationships, like relationships with people. When it comes to relationships with people, because you have a baby now, your life is different. 100% your life is different, and obviously everyone has their life, everyone has their things to do, everyone is figuring out, their own way. But I think some people kind of forget, especially if you're supposed to be friends or family, that like this is a baby that we were expecting to kind of be in your life too, that we thought you would love. And from the experiences that I have heard about or been told about to kind of prepare myself, a lot of people were abandoned either when they were pregnant or just after they were pregnant. And I can attest to that and say, yeah, it happened to me too. Like literally, people kind of moved on. They lived their life. They did their thing. They forgot about me. In the beginning, when I told people I was pregnant, oh my god, you're pregnant. Oh, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be the auntie, the godmom. Do you know what I mean? And after a while, after a while, crickets, crickets, quiet. Didn't hear nothing, no contact, nothing. But they're living up their lives, they're doing their things. And it was kind of sad because as a pregnant person, you're already going through so many emotions. Like, you're literally already going through so many emotions. Why should you be having to chase people and be like, oh, this has happened, that has happened? Nah, man. Nah. Yeah, we all have our life. But, darling, I'm pregnant. I'm bringing a life into the world. Becoming a mom brings, it comes with a lot. Like, it really comes with a lot. And I've learned a lot. I've seen faces change. I've seen people's colors change. I have learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about my body. I've learned so much about my relationship. It's a lot. It's a lot. And you have to be prepared. This is, once again, this is why postpartum is going to be a different video. This is why postpartum is going to be a different video, because you're literally not, people can tell you this is going to happen, that's going to happen, but you're not prepared until it happens. It's like it's a slap in the face. Some people will not be mentally prepared. I'm not gonna lie, for some things I wasn't mentally prepared. um so it's hard in some aspects, but I can tell you this, my child made it so much more easier for me to get through certain stages, because that baby depends on you. They depend on you for everything, and they will just constantly see you as this light. It's such an amazing feeling. I don't want to get emotional, but it's such an amazing feeling. They will constantly see you as this light. Like, you are their go-to for everything at this stage. They don't care about anything else. Once they see mama, they are happy. When my baby wakes up and he sees me, he's got the biggest smile. It's it's amazing. It's guys, I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's very worth it. And I am just very happy that I have a partner as well that is 100% into his life. Like, he loves AJ with everything in his heart, and he does so much to make sure me and AJ are good, that I'm so happy that I don't have to, that I'm not on the other side of that. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy that I was able to have a partner that's 100% there for me, and throughout so many different things, I can say, yeah, he was there for me. Like, he held me down. That is something in these past 8 months I can say I'm so happy about. But yeah, this chit chat is done. My hair is oiled. Got a little bit emotional there at the end, but gotta pull on your heartstrings, guys. Yeah, my hair, it moves. My hair, it moves. Anyway, I'm gonna go. You can catch me in another one of my videos. Make sure you are once again liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Follow me on Instagram, Sean Silva. Follow me on TikTok, Sean Silva. Subscribe to this channel, Sean Silva. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.